Welcome to Hello Malaysia. I am your host Suryati Sanusi, and today we're talking about International Women's Day with the topic of Make It Happen. We understand what Make It Happen means, but we do, in the studio right now, we have Datuk Sri Rohani Abdul Karim, the Minister of Women, Family and Community Development, to give you a better understanding on our topic for today. And thank you so much for being with us today.
Inshallah. And thank you for inviting me as well.
Of course. It's a pleasure for us.
Thank you so much.
Before we talk about what International Women's Day is all about, let's talk about you a little bit, okay? The women of the day right now. So I know that it's actually about a year plus that you've been in the organization, but you felt it has been like the longest time.
Yes.
But how do you feel now, taking care of women per se?
Actually, Sue, when I first came into the organization, I thought it's women,
Right.
maybe family a bit.
Okay.
So when I came into the organization, because first thing we did, because I have to get to know the organization.
Right.
So briefings was given to me. I said there are 8 target groups.
Okay.
Ranging from women, family, children, the disabled,
Right.
senior citizen, welfare NGOs,
Right.
Victim of disasters. So it's all.
Right. Were you overwhelmed when they told you about this?
So we used to say, and until now I remember this
Right.
this phrase, from womb to tomb,
Okay.
from cradle to grave. It's all there.
Okay.
And normally, if certain issues doesn't fit any other ministries,
Okay.
definitely it'll
go
be
to
in
your
this.
ministry.
Yes.
Okay.
So we are here. Come. What else?
You're here to help out.
Yeah.
But once you became the minister,
And as you say,
Right.
time flies.
right,
And I was just reminded that
you've been in the ministry.
suddenly I say, by the way, how long? How
Have
long
you been
now?
in the ministry? Yeah.
So they say it's roughly a year and
And a half.
10 months
Oh, okay. Almost 2 years.
Yes. And I thought it's longer.
Time flies, like you said.
Yeah.
Because as we can see, in a day you would have about 2 to 3 appointments. So that probably accumulates the time that you're on the road.
So I feel, because every day is special day.
Right.
Every day there's something for me to do, and
Right.
especially when I first got into the ministry, first thing, as I said, I asked the officers
Right.
to give me a full briefing, because
Okay.
I just want to know,
Right.
the purview, where is it that
You
is
stand.
our responsibility. So after I got a full briefing from all the
Officers.
the divisions, from all the departments and agencies, I said, wow, it's a lot.
Okay.
And then I also assess,
Right.
like, the manpower that we have.
Right.
So finally I said, number one, I said, let's change the approach a bit.
Okay.
Number one, I said, let's do things differently.
Okay.
Number one, I said, let's have extended arm.
Okay.
Because I said, with the existing manpower that we
It's
have,
not enough.
I don't think
Okay.
it's enough. So why not we collaborate more? We have strategic partners, because there's so many people out there that wants to be our partners.
Okay.
So why not we make use of them?
Right.
And then that is like we are doing it as well.
Okay.
But there are some we do it ourselves.
Okay.
But there are some we collaborate. So with this International Women's Day, the collaboration is with Avon.
Okay. For this year, it's
Yes,
collaborating
yes,
with
yes.
Avon.
So that's why you see Avon there as well.
I see.
But this is our partner, and so be it with some other celebrations or some other activities. So that was one. I said, extend our arms so that we
Okay.
can reach everyone.
Right.
Number 2, I said, look inside your department or organization, because I said, you know better. You are the subject specialist.
Right.
I'm here to give the leadership. Look into your organization, and if you feel that there's a lot of things is obsolete, not relevant, please
update.
change.
Yeah.
I said, please update. I mean, that's what we are here for. If there are amendments that have to be brought to Parliament, then do it.
Right.
Because what's the point of having something that is obsolete,
Right.
not relevant? People will
And you
laugh
can't
at you.
use it,
I
right.
can't use it. And for example, if there's a fine of 50 ringgit,
Okay.
we will say, let's we can do the it's fine, because
Right.
it's just a 50 ringgit.
Okay.
It makes no sense to me. So that is one thing. Next is I said, be more on the ground.
Okay.
Because I said this is a ministry that you have to touch people's heart. Sometimes when you read report, report is report. There's no feeling there.
Right.
But when you go down, for example, the recent, flood, extraordinary flood. When you go down, because before that people were saying, "Hey, what's that? It's just flood."
Right. We have it every year.
Yeah. So what? But when finally I sent my officers down, they say, "Wow, this is different."
Right.
And then when you see the
Devastation.
victims, the devastation, the heartache, you feel for them. This is what our ministry is all about.
Okay.
We must have compassion.
Okay.
I said we must be compassionate. So when you are in this ministry, if you don't have that, maybe it's time to say, "Hey, bye bye." Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are three main things that I told my office to
That
go
was the
about.
first
So,
thing that you need to
yeah,
change.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so since you went into the office and now after about almost 2 years, what kind of changes have you seen? Are they really, are we progressing? Is the ministry progressing?
Alhamdulillah, God is great. As I said, I can't do it alone, right?
Yes.
We are together, we are a team. So suddenly, officers came forward and said, these are things that I think we
do
have
not-
to change.
Okay.
They said this is the act that is already maybe overtaken by a lot of things. So
Okay.
at least administratively, we have to do some changes on how we tackle certain of the problems. And then they started coming forward with suggestions and then engagement. I said, please bring as many NGOs, as many stakeholders
together,
forward.
right.
Because I said, as I said, we must be relevant. So what's the point of doing something and then people say, no, we don't need that.
Right.
Right. But we want something else. So this is what. But of course, time. As I said,
Yeah.
I still need time. But now officers. We are on the same page.
Okay.
So they know.
Right.
And even how you conduct programs and celebration, I said I want it to be a little bit different.
Right.
Maybe we used to conduct it big hotels, this kind of thing, but now no. Let's go to village.
Are you hands-on?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a very
So
hands-on person.
you get into everything.
I said go down. That is why, like after this, I'll be telling more about the International Women's Day. Don't have it in big hall, that
Okay.
kind of thing, where people feel, hey, are we invited or not
Right,
invited?
right.
And sometimes the hall itself, sometimes that gives constraint.
Okay.
We would love to invite as many,
Right.
but the hall, So now we're having it very casually
Okay.
at shopping complex.
Right.
So
Everybody
I
can
said,
celebrate.
Yeah, you don't have to be
Someone.
invited.
Okay.
You walk through and go, hey, just come and drop by.
Right.
But definitely we would, like what we are doing now.
Okay.
We would like people to know what we are doing. At least they make an effort, to
Right.
come back. What I mean to say, everyone is welcome.
Okay. Now let's talk about International Women's
Yeah,
Day.
yes.
So what is International Women's Day? What are we celebrating?
This is an annual celebration. It's from UN Women actually.
Okay.
So it is to be celebrated on the 8th of March every year. But for us, I'm doing it differently. I'm not going to use 8th of March
For this year. Okay.
Yeah, for this year, because that was also
The incident.
the incident of MH370, which everyone knows, not only in Malaysia, the world knows.
Okay.
So I said just to give respect. For the feelings of the family members. So I said let's bring it to the 14th.
Okay. So the week after.
Yes, the week after. So we are going to celebrate it on the 14th
Okay.
of March. And the first leg of celebration is in Malacca.
Okay.
I'm going to have it at Dataran Pahlawan Mega Mall.
Okay.
Actually, it's from the morning.
Okay.
But since I'm also inviting the Right Honourable, the Chief Minister, I want him to be involved. So he's only available in the afternoon.
Okay.
So the morning we're going to have all kind of activities.
Can you name a little bit? What kind of
for
activities are happening?
example, because as I said, we're collaborating with Avon, so they are going to have. First, we'll have a talk by Dr. Mohaya.
Okay.
Yeah, on some motivational talk to do with the topic, to do with the theme.
What is the theme? Probably you can tell us.
Make it happen. Okay, I better explain.
Okay, what is
now,
make it happen?
I was having a hard time trying to translate it at the same time.
Right.
But make it happen, it sounds so... a lot of people will interpret it differently. But basically, make it happen means whatever that you wish to be, that you want to do it well and just do it.
Do it seriously.
Just do it in Nike. Yes, meaning to say, make it happen.
Okay.
You know, don't
just
suppress
sit.
it.
Right.
You don't suppress. You know, you want to be a good officer, be a good officer. You want to, you whatever that you want to do.
Right. Don't
a good
sit
mother,
down.
even a good mother. Okay, officer and all that. To be a good mother. Okay, as a good mother, what should I do as a good mother? And once you have all the characteristics and of a good mother, then do it.
Right.
Now, because this is what it says, make it happen and make it happen.
Right.
You know, and meaning to say, don't suppress.
Okay.
You know, because a lot of women, they do have some
low self-esteem.
Yes,
Right.
low. They do have ambition.
Right.
They do have some target.
Okay.
But suppress.
Okay.
So this is not the women in Malaysia that we want.
Okay.
And it's not only Malaysia. It's
It's
world.
around the world. Okay.
So this is what the
theme is.
The theme is just go on. You know.
Right.
And
Make it happen.
You know, facilities. Whatever is available. I think in terms of by ministry, by the government, whatever it is,
Right.
it's there available.
And information is everywhere right now. It's accessible.
It's just for you if you want.
Right.
Make it happen.
You make it happen.
Yes.
It's only you
And
can
it's
make it
you
happen.
make it happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody can do it for you.
The rest are all there, motivators, or people, your friends will be there to motivate you, some hand-holding, what
Sources.
else?
Right.
You know, we hand-hold you, but finally, you have to do it yourself to make it happen.
Right. So make it happen. Don't just sit and dream.
Yeah, the
Right.
interpretation is really open.
Right.
But basically, what it means is achieve it. You know,
Right.
make
Don't
it
just
happen.
dream it.
Achieve. No
Right.
dream. You
Right.
know, I think the dreaming was too long already.
Okay.
So now, so now make it happen. Yeah, because time is. Right from the beginning, so
Right.
we were talking about time doesn't wait for any man.
True.
or
It's
woman.
For this matter.
Yeah.
Right.
So just make it happen.
Right. And do you think the
tomorrow
thing-
you don't know tomorrow is
Right.
there tomorrow? You know, I mean, I'm not going to sound as meaning to say make it happen
Right now.
right now.
Right.
Then.
Right.
You know, come.
Don't
you know,
wait.
yes.
Okay.
Now, if you feel there is really obstacles along the way, let us know. You know, if it is to do under my ministry, what is it that you feel that has been a hindrance, then
They can
let my
approach you.
ministry
Okay.
approach me. If it is education ministry, let education ministry. Now, once upon a time, remember, we don't really get good number of women that goes to university.
True.
Now we are 70%.
Yes.
So
A lot more women than men.
What else? And some people said, hey, enough. No.
It's not
because
enough. Right.
that's target. Target doesn't. Some people say it's a quota. No, I say it's target. You know the 30%? I'm talking about women in decision-making position.
Yes.
No, I said it's a target.
Right.
It's not a quota, because some people say 30% you have a chief stop.
Right.
No.
And
I
some
said,
say 30% is not enough.
memang it's not enough. I mean, what I mean to say,
Right.
because now is, you know, if you go to population zoo, it's almost 50-50.
Yes. True.
Yeah, so it's almost 50-50. So if the women with capabilities, with whatever they have, they are there ready, they can be considered.
Right.
Not just because you're a woman or you no.
Right.
We finish your quota.
That is old time thinking.
Yes, that's
we
why.
need to upgrade
So make
our
it
thinking.
happen.
Right. Okay. So we need to go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll talk more on International Women's Day right here on Hello Malaysia.
perkembangan masa, mengupas isu semasa, menjadi saluran pelbagai suara. Segalanya baru dan benar di Berita Bernama TV.
Current issues, latest headlines, illuminating visuals. Everything right and now on Bernama News.
And welcome back to Hello Malaysia with me and Datuk Sri Rohani Abdul Karim, and we're talking about International Women's Day with the theme Make It Happen. And before we went for a break, we were talking what Make It Happen is all about.
Yeah.
And also you name, this year we are not celebrating on the 8th of March.
Yes.
To be considered to the incident of MH370.
Yes.
So we're celebrating it on the 14th of March. And you name that the place that we are going to celebrate first is in Malacca, where the Chief Minister is also invited.
Yes.
And there are some other places that are celebrating the International Women's Day. So could you name a little bit more?
Okay. So the kickoff, like we call it, will be in Malacca, and we call that as the Central Zone.
Okay.
It's 14th of March, and I think the program will start as early as 10 in the morning. As I said, there will be Dr. Mohaya. She'll be giving motivational talk on the topic, Make It Happen.
Okay.
And then at the same time, there'll be competition, usual, because especially when you have masses, walking in and out, there'll be competitions such as, and remember my strategic partner is Avon.
Right.
So there'll be a competition called Avon Princess in Pink.
Okay.
Yeah, so now at least when we mention about this, so those interested to get ready.
Now, because you mentioned pink, and people always associate pink with breast cancer. So you mentioned that this is not about breast cancer.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. But even though Avon is really one of the company that supports breast cancer awareness campaign awareness, but this is not. This is all different for all. So there'll be a competition, Avon Princess in Pink, and this is very interesting. There's another competition that is called Wife, You Are My Queen.
Ooh. It involves husbands. It sounds like it involves husbands.
Yeah. And also there will be some karaoke or whatever. Karaoke, they call it karaoke Avon. I don't know what is that. Maybe singing on Avon or what.
Something like that.
And there are stalls and exhibitions.
Okay.
A lot of information, including departments and agencies from my ministry. So you can go right there, ask inquiries, maybe get answers or whatever. It's all there because most of the things are online.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So meaning to say, please come forward and be there.
Join the crowd.
Now the official bit will be, of course, speeches and all that. Speech by the Chief Minister, speech by myself, and then we are going to give award or presentation.
Right. What kind of awards
to
are you giving
entrepreneur awards?
Women
now
entrepreneurs.
These are women that participated in our One Azam program.
I see.
Yeah, you hear about the One Azam is the low income group, and we give them, we don't
appreciation.
One Azam is we don't give you the fish, but we give you the fishing rod and all that.
Right, we teach you how to fish.
Yes. So that day we are going to give from Malacca region. So there are a few that were identified to receive this award, and we call them from zero to hero.
Oh, the name of the award?
Some people say zero to heroine. No, I say it was more men, women. Yeah, this Satu Azam.
It's genderless.
Yes. So from nothing, and with the equipments or whatever that we gave, some even made as high as 60,000 ringgit a month.
Wow.
Even from zero.
Right.
Yes.
With your help.
Now that one is exceptional. But the normal one is about 3,000.
That's more than enough from nothing.
A month from nothing. So we monitored them, and we a whole hand holding
Right.
until they are somewhere.
They're successful.
So on that day, at least we
Show some
yes,
gratitude.
You know, we how to say, appreciation. You
Right.
know, and okay, that is Central Region, the kickoff.
But before we went for other states, I think we need to play what the ministry has done for last year's International Women's Day.
Purple Walk.
Right. Let's watch the clip right now.
Kita mengadakan sempena dengan sambutan Hari Wanita Antarabangsa. Kita nak menunjukkan kepada dunia, kita mengiktirafkan pencapaian wanita khususnya di Malaysia.
memberi satu kesegaran kepada wanita-wanita supaya sentiasa penting utamakan kesihatan.
Betul, tak
Wanita
semestinya dalam
sihat.
beranak. Dalam beranak lupakan kesihatan, tak boleh macam tu. Sebab kalau kita tak jaga kesihatan, siapa susah? Family kita susah.
Bila family susah, negara pun susah.
Betul.
Sebab itu
Hai, Assalamualaikum. Saya Tizakia. Yes, untuk hari ini kita tahu Hari Wanita International Day. Macam baju ni kata we're fighting for equality for women, right? Keadilan untuk wanita. Jadi hopefully dengan walk ni secara besar-besaran orang yang participate, mereka akan spread the awareness kepada semua orang lain.
Right, so we just saw the clip on Purple Walk. That looks very fun, and you had fun, I think.
Yeah, there were a lot of activities, fun time we had is at Padang Merdeka.
Yes.
And then we actually targeted for about a couple of thousand, but they came out in full
Droves,
force. It's about 20,000-30,000 came
Right.
forward, and everybody very casual indeed.
Right.
It was a walk, and we pass around Sogo, that kind of thing. And then I say, hey ladies, look around because after this will be another walk.
I see. All right.
I mean a walk to
Right.
the mall.
Okay.
But what I mean to say, they came with families.
Okay.
They came with husband,
Children.
children, so they were walking casual
Together.
kind of walk. And then they make their way, and when we all get back to Padang Merdeka again, and then we had competitions, we have singing.
Yeah, we saw you dancing over there.
The pocho-pocho, whatever, non-stop.
Right.
But that was a day that we feel that when we,
Connected.
you get connected, you have a kind of good feeling, and so we wanted that to be duplicated elsewhere.
Right,
you
and
see.
also for this year.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
you
So-
mentioned that it's going to be kicked off in Malacca.
Yeah, in Malacca.
Right.
And then after that, on the same day, is also at the East Coast, at Berjaya Mega Mall in Kuantan,
Okay.
in Pahang, on the same day,
Okay.
simultaneous, so to speak. And then the following week, it'll be at the North Zone,
Okay.
where it'll be on the 21st of March. It'll be at Tesco Extra Seberang Jaya,
Okay.
Pematang Pau.
Right.
And then same day on South Zone, it'll be at Galleria City JB, Johor Bahru.
Okay.
And then
Would you be in either places?
no, those are the places I'll need, and then I will only join the East Malaysia zone.
okay.
Whereby it'll be on the 22nd, because in between I had some other activities that they want me to
Join.
attend as
Okay.
well. So I will only join back again on the 22nd of March at Plaza Merdeka in Kuching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to your hometown.
Yeah, back home.
It's a good thing then.
Giving
so
me
what's,
opportunity
what's
to
going
be
to
back
happen
home.
there? Probably you.
Along the same line,
Okay.
there'll be booth, information booth, there'll be competitions and Avon as well. It'll be
Right.
Avon. All through is Avon.
Right.
And in competitions, maybe they'll just add 1 or 2 extra depending on situation there.
Okay.
But basically it'll be about the same.
The same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what if people out there, women out there, would like to participate or be part of the so-called
Sure,
celebration?
especially the stalls.
Yes.
It's open to
The public.
the public, the women's organization.
Okay.
Maybe they have sale of work,
Right.
their own sale of work. And as I mentioned, the morning will be, because since it is in mega mall, that kind of thing, normally morning we let it maybe a lot of talks, competition.
Right.
And the afternoon, then the
Some
official bit where will be prize
Giving.
giving ceremony, speeches and that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. It's all the same kind of format.
Okay.
Except they'll add on,
Here
maybe
and there.
some different kind of competition, maybe requests,
Right.
maybe a little bit. Certain places they have more their own kind of need.
Okay.
Maybe say in Sarawak, maybe pocho competition. Never know.
Okay. Which you will also participate?
Yeah.
So, what basically, I mean, do we really, besides whatever is the ministry is doing, do we really celebrate women? Are we, the women in Malaysia, are we being celebrated? Or are we just still trying to climb the ladder, especially in working places?
Now, when you say that, okay, for my ministry alone, if we hold the kind of not competition activities, this kind of thing, we try to go to all levels.
Okay.
Trying to make our presence felt, so to speak.
Okay.
So, I mean, this is International Women's Day. So, how we do it this way is the public at large.
Right.
Now, later, we have celebrations such as, anti-discrimination against women.
Right.
No violence against women. So, normally, we go to universities.
Okay.
We go to even railway station,
Okay.
LRT.
You do?
We try to reach out to as many masses as possible, because
Right.
when it comes to women and violence, I mean, this is International Women's Day, but our
part of
other
the concern is domestic violence as well.
It will be, you almost reach anyone.
Okay.
That can happen to
anyone.
even a man on the street.
Okay.
So we try to reach. Now that is women issues, but later you have children. You have we celebrate Children's Day.
Okay.
We celebrate Senior Citizens Day. We celebrate the disabled. Yes.
Right.
And during those celebrations, this is where we want as many people to be involved,
Right.
and to know what is happening.
Okay.
Because there are not many people out there that knows about disabled. I mean,
Right.
why is so special? We want to
Celebrate.
to celebrate with them.
Okay.
Or what's senior citizen? Why you want to celebrate?
Okay.
So in this kind of celebration, normally we have themes, right?
Right.
So this theme will more or less determine the kind of activities that we
Okay.
have. Now, Sue, as an example, we try to experiment along the way,
Of
because
course.
this is what I encourage my officers to do.
Right.
Let's experiment different approach. So for last year, for example, to celebrate Children's Day and Senior Citizens Day,
Okay.
we combine them,
Together.
because we said two generations,
Right.
we merge into one,
Right.
because it's respecting one another, because children should know about their elders.
Right.
And then the elders, when they see children, that kind of feeling. So we manage, but one problem that we face,
Okay.
as I said, it is all
It's an
experimental.
experiment. Okay.
It's very good. I think the message, we got the message across, but there was a tussle.
Between?
Yeah,
The
because
children-
the children say, "Hey, who's going to make the speech?"
Okay.
And then our senior citizens say, "We must make the
right.
speech because we are the elders." So
Right.
so we do have, and there was so many activities because it's a combined.
Right.
That we finally thought that we are not able to push certain values that we want when
Right.
we celebrate
We had that
day.
celebration,
So this
okay.
year we said, no, bring it back
Okay.
as it is.
Okay.
Children's day.
Separate them.
Yes.
Okay.
Because there are some values, some programs that we want to promote.
Okay.
Yeah, that they're not. Maybe later I said activities maybe can be combined.
Yes.
But when we celebrate, let's focus.
celebrate them separately.
Yes. But as I said, so finally in anything that we bring across, we do think about what is the impact that
Okay.
we want to achieve.
Okay. Right.
So as you say, when we celebrate, these are the impacts. So just now, the International Women's Day, make it happen. So everyone should know, make it happen, make
Right.
it
How
happen.
to make it happen,
and let it be, the one that they can jive about it, they can talk about it.
Right.
Make it happen.
Okay.
We want it to be viral. That's the word. Yeah, viral.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's actually, we do think about the impact.
I see. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
right. We have to go for another short break, and when we come back, we'll talk more on International Women's Day right here on Hello Malaysia.
Dibelenggu kebankrapan semuanya bukan pilihan. Saya pernah cuba dibantu, namun saya tidak hiraukannya kerana saya merasakan MDI akan bertindak kejam terhadap saya, sehinggalah kebankrapan mula mengganggu hidup saya. Saya hilang punca untuk meneruskan kehidupan. Akaun saya dibekukan. Apa nasib keluarga saya? Selama ini saya menyangka MDI zalim yang membangkrapkan saya. Ternyata sangkaan saya meleset sama sekali.
Jabatan Insolvensi Malaysia, bukan kami yang membangkrapkan anda. Jangan takut atau risau untuk tampil ke depan. Berilah kerjasama agar kami dapat membantu anda. Layari www.insolvency.gov.my.
And thank you so much for tuning in to Hello Malaysia with me and Datuk Sri Rohani Abdul Karim, the Minister from Women, Family and Community Development Ministry. And we're talking about International Women's Day. And while we were going for the break, we were talking about this very, I think, topic which I think everyone knows. And Datuk mentioned a little bit while ago, which is violence against women, and which I think Datuk is really passionate about this.
Yeah, elimination.
Right.
We want to eliminate
The violence against women.
Not even minimize, not eliminate.
Right. And I said, it's domestic violence, and she corrected me and she says, it's not only domestic right now.
No.
Right.
Domestic is there. We know husband, wife, domestic. But now it goes further than that.
Right.
Boyfriend, girlfriend kind of relationship. There's also some violence, and there's also some bullying.
Okay. So bullying falls under the...
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, it's also part. It starts with bullying, and then the violence comes in, especially when one party say, hey, how to, reciprocate or got angry, so it became violent.
Okay.
So that is why I think last year we came up with campaigns and activities. So we brainstorm a lot, and then for the information of Sue, we bring in men also, together because
Involved.
I mean, people always blame is the man, yeah,
Right.
is the violence man.
Okay.
But maybe say let's find out from the men actually
Right.
why
Why
that need for violence,
Right.
You should love your wife. I mean, it's daughters,
Right.
I mean,
Love
it's-
your women.
yeah, sister, I mean, so love your women. So finally, after a few brainstorming session with the men only, and I think this is also what the UN is doing. So there is a program that is called He for She.
Okay.
Now, he for she means is the man campaigning.
For the women.
Yes.
Okay.
On elimination of violence.
I see.
So,
okay.
so the spokesperson is the man.
Okay.
You know, so it's normally the women. You know, we give
Right.
talks, we lecture
the victims.
Yes, and the victims, women. So now, for a change, it's the other way around.
Right.
Reverse psychology.
Okay.
So to speak.
Right.
So now
What can they talk about?
So the men they came forward and say, why must you beat your wife? Why
Right.
must you beat your daughter?
Be
so
violent,
so
yeah.
the man says it, and the impact is different.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. What can you see?
Yeah. So they said, it's the man talking, and actually, so in this out of this, you know what I got now?
Okay.
I even got report that. Now they said it's the husbands that are being bullied.
It's a different way around.
Yeah. So I said, never mind. I do take note of that.
this.
But the whole problem is for women that is violated upon. They come forward.
Okay.
They make reports.
Okay.
They go to the police, welfare department. But the men, no, they don't come forward. So I said,
Right.
I don't have proper statistics.
Right. And I don't think they know where to report this because
Yeah.
well the name of your ministry is Women, Family and Development.
Yeah,
so
but I say they fall under either family,
Okay.
or they also fall under community development.
Right.
So I say actually, it's the man is there. That's why. Okay, so this is a very interesting question.
Okay.
In fact, I was asked at international level.
Okay.
They were asking me, don't you want to change the name of your ministry to Ministry of Gender?
Okay.
Because men, women,
Right. They can both come to the ministry.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a food for thought, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but we must. I think we get a lot of public opinion. Otherwise, they thought I'm not fighting for the women.
Okay, all right.
So they were asking me actually, honestly,
Okay.
because a lot of ministries in other countries they have changed.
Right.
From originally it was women,
Right.
but they elevated to gender.
Right. But in your opinion, what do you think?
As it is, in fact, I get a lot of calls. I got a lot of comments. I mean, it started just as a joke,
Okay.
but I know actually it's serious. Just a tinge of joke, but
right.
actually, what they meant is they say you just seem to be focusing
On women.
Women,
Right.
don't you want to take care of the
men
men
as well.
So I said, actually yes, but none came forward.
Okay.
So as if. We focus on the women because there's nothing on men issues.
Right. Women are more open to talk about their problems.
Yeah. So I said, now feel free to come forward. And because of that, another brainstorming. So I got my men officers
Okay.
to handle that. And look into it. I said, because we are open. Because
Okay.
this is, as I said, if it doesn't fall under women as
Right.
the name of my ministry,
It
they can
falls under
fall
family.
under family,
Or
or
community.
they can fall under community
Development.
development. The
Okay.
only setback is because we don't really have issues coming to us.
Right.
So I would love to,
Here.
I would love to bring up programs for men,
Men.
only.
Okay.
Yeah, and this, but come forward.
Right.
I said
Tell.
because actually I'm here also for the men as well.
Okay.
But please come forward. So
Right.
maybe this is part of. We have to inform,
Right.
and maybe, but very interesting actually. So they requested a seminar for men only.
Okay.
Yeah, and also all conducted by men as well.
Okay.
So I was not even able to get into the seminar.
Okay.
And it was very interesting.
Okay. And what do they want to talk about?
They came up with a lot of suggestions.
Okay.
Now it started first on violence against women. They said do not just put it on the man as if the man
It's
is the
fault.
one. Yeah.
At fault.
So they came up, but it takes two to tango, that kind of
Right,
thing.
right.
So meaning to say, well, as I said, look at my ministry as very open. We are open to any suggestion.
Okay.
I mean, name we can change name.
It's
programs, activities we can just insert, and even if you want some act. Maybe you want some.
We can add.
Yeah, some law. I don't know what.
Right.
That you want, we can add.
Right.
These are all man-made.
Okay.
The word man-made.
Right.
Actually, the man-made means men, women made.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
So let's go back to the he for she
Yes.
campaign. So you mentioned that men talking about protecting the women.
Yes.
And talking
about there shouldn't be any violence
Against
against
women.
women.
Okay.
So coming from the man, it really made a lot of impact.
Okay.
No, at first there were people look at the man who spoke. They're thinking, what is he trying to do? Something like that.
And who
But
speaks on
finally-
behalf of the men? Who have you chosen?
So last year was Aznil.
Okay.
Dato Aznil.
Okay.
We got Dato. In fact, so I cannot run away from celebrities.
Of course.
They do have that pull factor.
Of course.
So I have Dato Aznil coming forward. I have Chef Zam. I have there were a few singers, that kind of thing that
Okay.
came forward. To
talk about.
it, and we should coexist in this
Right.
world.
Okay.
Peacefully, men and women we're together.
Right. Is it
so
only is it only talks, or is there things that they need to do to make sure that the campaign runs smoothly and goes throughout the year?
We started with talk, but as I said, we are open for any kind of other activities that they want to do. But of course, there were a lot of t-shirts.
I see.
All the slogans. Yeah. We came up and we have a lot of we asked a lot of women come take pictures, more men. I mean, coexist.
Yes.
It's like
It's not one
no
way.
need to have
Right.
violence. Even husband and wife. I know as husband and wife, not all the time bliss. I mean,
Yeah.
but fine.
Right.
But you don't have
To put in violence.
Some if you get cases, that was related to us. That's why sometimes. Way before this, during our Hari Women Day celebration, I even had real example of women that have undergone violence.
Right.
From,
A victim, a real victim. Right.
For about 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, wife. It's a wife.
Right.
That she kept it to herself because of pride,
I
because
see.
of
Loving the family.
loving the family, not for the children to feel ashamed. 20 years.
Right,
And
suffering.
it's really very violent.
I see.
Yeah. But when we say, why didn't you
Come
make
forward.
report, come forward, make it a police case? No. I still love my husband.
Right.
And
And a little bit of a shame, I think, as
yes,
well.
because they said the family will be dragged.
I see.
I think that is more the factor.
Right.
They said family will be dragged.
Right.
And we don't want the children to have this
mindset.
Yes.
And for these cases, if they approach your ministry, so what can you do?
We give counseling.
Okay.
We give counseling, and then out of the counseling, suddenly they make up their mind to push for a report. Then we assist them
Right.
as much as we can.
Right.
So now you have the police, where it is really conducted by police women. I mean, those were the days it was
By
the
men.
men. We said no, because it was a kind of there's
It's
a
hard for you to
little bit of
talk to men.
discrimination.
Right.
Some discrimination as
Really
well.
happen
Yes,
as well.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Normally they'll say, hey, this
What did you
is-
do?
No, this is
Petty.
petty rumah, I
Right.
mean bedroom.
Right.
They said even what
It's
it means
a-
is negative.
Right.
But so we after a few years of suggestion, we found we want really only
Women.
the police women,
Right.
women, yes, to
Take in
handle the
charge.
case,
Uh-huh.
and of certain level, inspector and above.
I see.
And not junior.
I
Because maturity, that kind of
Concern,
thing. Because
yeah.
this situation is really
Personal.
involving very
Emotion.
personal and emotional.
Right.
Yeah. So some they push, but some, as we say, finally they went so far.
Right.
But finally no. Those that is the
Right.
investigation
I see.
team. That kind of thing. But you can't force.
True.
Yeah,
It's true. It's their decision.
If you refuse, but finally, 20 years so, they after the children grown, understand what happens,
Right.
then they took the step.
I see.
Yeah.
The children help the mother.
Yes, because in fact the children push, because the children saw the beatings,
What's happening, yeah. The
the
violence.
the kicking, I mean some of it you can't even
Imagine.
imagine, and I said that bad,
Really?
so when children are grown, So children will say, "Mom,
Enough is enough."
Yeah, enough. Mom, we are with you, kind of.
Right.
So she got that courage, you know.
Right, to move forward.
Yes.
Okay, right, and that's a little bit on the activity, what's going to happen throughout the year, but we'll come back more and we'll talk more on International Women's Day right here on Hello Malaysia. So stay tuned.
I travel not because I like to travel. I travel so I can say this: what you're looking for is inside of you, and you should be in peace.
Prem Rawat has been traveling for 40 years, inspiring people around the world to find peace within.
I go and I talk to people, and I present them with the possibility of themselves discover the peace that lies within you.
Catch Bernama Today every weekday from 9 a.m. onwards for the latest news, lifestyle stories, interesting personalities, only on Bernama TV.
And welcome back to Hello Malaysia with me and Datuk Sri Rohani Abdul Karim, and we're talking about International Women's Day with the theme Make It Happen. So throughout the year, you mentioned that even though the activities is celebrated on the day, but it's going to be throughout the year. It's going to be carried on to the next celebration, So I know there's one thing that you are also passionate about, women in labour. Oh, not women in labour, sorry.
Labour force.
Labour force. Okay. So we need more women to be in the workplace. And, being women, if you're married, then being mothers, and some of them will decide to stay at home and be a full-time wife. But there are things that you are suggesting to the labour force. So probably we have more women working.
Yeah. Now, Sue, for this year, actually, I have a target.
Okay.
It's my KPI,
Right.
that I have to achieve.
Okay.
Whereby I should be getting 55% of women in the labour force.
Okay.
Now, right now, it stands at 52.4%.
Okay.
So, as if it's small, but it's difficult. But one of them that can contribute to that figure, inshallah, is getting mothers or
to
women that stop work for
whatever reason.
For whatever reason, mostly childbearing.
Right.
They wait for their children
to grow up.
Some take care of elderly parents, that kind of thing. But they are our national assets.
Okay.
You train them.
Right.
They were in universities.
Right. And some of them are very good.
Yeah, they are specialists in their own certain field. So now we find out that there are so many out there that really want to come back.
Okay.
But maybe when they come back, it's not like when they started work.
Right.
Last
they can't
time,
work 9 to 5, 7 days a week.
So because of that, together with Talent Corp, I just launched last week a career comeback program.
Okay.
Yeah. So meaning to say they and we had a fair.
Okay.
Where they can sign in at companies or departments that need people and especially your own organization that you were before, and we have special grant.
Okay.
One is to get them back, a grant. So whoever can recommend their friends to come back to the organization. Whatever, the carrot and stick is still there.
Okay.
And then next is retention grant.
Okay.
You keep them for at least 6 months. Meaning to say they're already very stable, right?
Right.
So that is what we call the double peak.
Okay.
Now Malaysia used to be a single peak,
Okay.
meaning to say they were in their career, but childbearing, whatever reason,
They stopped.
They stopped. So just one. So now we don't want it to be just single peak. We want it to be double peak.
Right.
So that we are now making all kinds of effort, and Talent Corp is helping me out here. Talent Corp has been given a 10 million grant, so to speak, to
persuade,
to get employers, you know, to get back all their past employees to come back, women,
right,
so that this can add on to my 55%.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
And then for the information of Sue, under the we have flexible work arrangement.
That sounds very good.
Now, flexible work arrangement is balancing,
right?
Work-life balance,
right.
you know. So a lot of women, career women, that one just now is come back, you know. Now this is I'm talking about presently, they're inside.
Right, they're current working women.
So starting from this month, 1st of March, I'm experimenting because I say walk the talk.
Right.
You know, must start with my own
and make it happen as well.
Yes, I make it happen.
Right.
So we are giving chance to those, no, not all employees. We start with employees that have an appraisal of 85 and above.
I see.
By the way, it's not only women but men, women.
I see.
85 and above, you know, appraisal meaning to say the very good officers. That's just like a recognition.
Okay.
So they can pick three ways. Number one is work from home.
Okay.
Number two is they can pick to when to start work.
Okay.
Is it you know, in the afternoon,
right?
Or is
so
it
it's not 9 to 5. They can start at
they can
in the
start,
afternoon. Okay.
But finally, the total of the month is that normal. What is it that they must
you are
serve?
required.
Yes, required. And then the third one is compress.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
they compress. Maybe that one day they work longer,
like 15 hours, 12 hours,
but they don't work Friday.
Okay, something like that.
A longer weekend kind of thing. So they have these three choices that they can pick, and
but it all depends on the employer, right? It's what they want to give out.
Yeah,
right.
Because it's my ministry.
Okay.
So I'm looking into it. So now until the 15th, that is the time they're submitting their application. Which of the three options they're picking, and then I'll work out with the employer, the head of division or the head of department, and then to allow them. And we're going to start fully on the 15th of this month.
Okay.
And then we're going to run for 3 months.
Okay.
So from there, with the experiment, trial and error,
right,
then I will share
the results
with other ministries, departments, private sector, the result. You know, as I say, walk the talk.
Right.
Yeah. And then let's see, and because everyone is waiting, by right, our Prime Minister have made this call many times, but no one seems to be taking the step. Yeah.
Right.
So I say, okay, come, let's do it.
No one is making it happen.
Make it happen.
Right.
And then I said, and then we share.
Right.
You know, so this will add on, and you know, actually, if your employees are feeling happy, feeling good, actually you'll get better results.
True, it's true.
And you go by outcome. You know, what you want is outcome. For example, I want you to translate 100 books this year. So that's important, the 100 books. Now how I work is up to me, as long as I produce
100 books a year.
Yeah.
Right, it's true.
I mean, so we're doing, because even government organization, we said let's be a bit more flexible. You know,
okay, especially towards
now
women.
you know, you can work from almost everywhere with gadgets these days.
Right.
You know, it's as if it's virtual. You know, the virtual office. Actually, you're at home. And then when you're at home, then you don't have this problem, who takes care of my baby, who's going to cook, household chores, whatever, because I'm from home.
Right. And on top of that, stresses will be reduced. You know, no traffic jams.
I know.
Right.
Yeah.
You save on oil, gases.
And then if you have husband and wife in the same organization, then you can even work out with your husband. You know, you work mornings. And I work afternoon, something.
So someone will take care of the house.
Because normally wives, they get children off, cook, so on.
Right.
So when the husband take over in the afternoon, she has settled all that. The husband just take care of the children.
Sure.
So it becomes, this kind of flexibility is so important.
Right.
And I think that will be a way for me to be able to achieve my target.
I'm looking forward for that
maybe
result.
After we go through, we can even tell you what happened.
True.
So that we can we inform everyone out there, hey, you can follow the same, and it works.
Right.
And it happens.
Oh yeah, and it's going to make it happen. So we are almost to the end of the program.
right.
I'm going to give this floor to you for you to probably wish to the women out there happy Women's Day and probably advise them a little bit, Dato.
Yeah, I would like to take Sue. Thank you very much to Hello Malaysia. I would like to take this opportunity to wish all the women out there in Malaysia a happy International Women's Day with the theme Make It Happen. And I'll call upon all to come forward to all the places that we have this celebration. All I call upon all that is celebrating this International Women's Day to really participate full-heartedly and bear in mind the theme Make It Happen. And as I said, it all starts with us.
Right.
It's ourselves, and we will make it happen, inshallah. And please celebrate on this 14th of March, where I'll kick it off in Malacca at Pahlawan Mega Mall, and as well as all the venues that
you
I have
mentioned
mentioned
earlier.
just now.
Okay.
Make it happen, ladies.
All
We
right.
can do it.
Thank you so much, Dato. It's a pleasure having you here, and thank you so much for tuning in to Hello Malaysia. And until we meet again real soon, I'm Suryati Sanusi. Goodbye.